I thought this is personally one of my favourite yearlings we purchased at Magic Millions. I've got a lot of time for her, and she's done incredibly well since the sale. I came up and saw Mum and Dad for Christmas. I saw her at that stage, didn't know sort of who she was, who's that. She just caught the eye, found out she's going up to Magics. Obviously sort of followed her through up there, and I just love the way she's exploded. Even in our breaking in here, she's really strengthened and toned up really well. It just, I think, looks like what some of those really smart fillies have looked like out of that family. So Zoustar, champion stallion here in Australia. Out of her Duke's Choice mare, and Claudia will touch on the success, or Bruce will touch on the success of that sort of pedigree cross, but it is one of the best for that stallion. But first and foremost, physically, irrespective of the pedigree, physically, yeah, I was really attracted to this type and style of filly, and love that sort of power behind the saddle there. She's carrying Johnny so easily here. And she looks in great order. I know Johnny's been very, very pleased and very bullish about her in the early stages. I think she has been very popular, Claudia.
Yes, so only 7.5% available in this filly. Johnny actually walked out and he said immediately, this filly is very sexy, which is what you want to see and what you want to hear, obviously. So yeah, she's been really popular. Zoustar, obviously an elite stallion. He gets both colts and fillies, but my gosh, he's had some good fillies. And interestingly, they've all been sort of purchased in a similar price range to this filly. So Zugotcha was 500,000. Mizzy was around the 3 to 4. Alentia, Sunlight, they were all the same. So, you know, she's really sensibly priced if you look at the pedigree, if you look at the physical in front of you. Honestly, to me, she is an absolute no-brainer. So only 7.5% in her.
Thanks, Claudia. She's done so well. So she's a filly that's part of our Valerie package this year. Valerie package is a fillies syndicate that we put together to try and buy the fastest fillies with the most commercial types and most commercial pedigrees. You can see why we bought her in type team. I don't need to point that out to you. Just the strength behind the saddle, her amazing Gaskins, her hip to hock ratio, her action. Look at her. Look at the hind leg on that thing. Look at the power behind the saddle, the length of that pelvis. But then she's by Zoustar, and then she's from this incredible family that Evergreen have built up through Princess Cope. Now, Princess Cope was a champion, but have a look at her, and then have a look at all her daughters, all out there now producing stakes horses or stakes winners. This whole family, all the black type pretty much that you can see on that family, they were all born and raised here, as was this filly. Came through the Evergreen system. And it's a family that any filly that walks into yearling sale now, their starting price is 500,000 residually. And then they go from there. I mean, you go through a pedigree. Princess Cope is still here breeding. Argentia is owned by Mr. John Camilleri. He bought her for, I think, 600 during COVID time. She should have made 1.6, but during COVID, it was those funny years with the sales. She was a group winner. Now John breeding her up commercially. Moesha is owned by, was Rosemont now Mr. Zhang?
They sold it through for 1.5,
Coolmore.
was it?
Coolmore. Aaron, thank you. Yep, 1.5 to Coolmore as a stakes place getter. Vanilla Princess, Oz Empress, they're all here. Key is owned by Kiora. She's the dam of I'm Your Huckleberry, who's one of the most exciting two-year-old colts in our stable. Epicius is here. And then, of course, Rich Dotty, who's her half-sister, who, by the way, was... How would you describe Rich Dotty as a yearling compared to this filly, Aaron? It'd be like Adrian Bott and Aaron Bott, right? Like Adrian didn't get much of the dinner. Aaron got most of it, plus all the speed and the sporting prowess. Pretty much the same, wasn't it?
Well, let's not compare apples with apples. They were very similar. I mean, again, not blowing our own trumpet or anything, but we do think we know how to breed a horse here, and we do know how to choose a stallion. I think we're a little bit unlucky. We're probably ahead of the curve on Written Tycoon. That was the year he stood at Arrowfield, and they weren't selling as well as they have been recently. and she only made you, I think, 220,000 as a yearling. Yulong purchased her, but yeah, it was a ripping filly. She was strong like this one, like same shape, just different colour basically, but very similar. But yeah, like you said before, everything out of this family, no matter what branch it's from, seems to run. We've been very lucky to have Princess Coop. It was a ballsy effort buying her and paying that sort of money, but she certainly rewarded us, and anyone who's bought into this family has been rewarded. They run, they breed, they sell, they do the lot.